A man from the people of Mecca once insulted the Prophet Muhammad and arrogantly said to him, "I disbelieve in the star when it descends and the one who drew near and came down." This man was Utbah ibn Abi Lahab. He had been married to the Prophet's daughter, Kulthum, but he divorced her out of hatred for the Prophet, following the command of his father, Abu Lahab. Driven by his rage toward the Prophet, Utbah said, "I will go to Muhammad and hurt him and insult him." Indeed, he went until he reached where the Prophet was, and said to him, "O Muhammad, I disbelieve in the star when it descends and the one who drew near and came down." Then he spat in front of the Prophet and divorced the Prophet's daughter, Kulthum. At that moment the Prophet Muhammad became very angry and made this supplication, "O Lord, unleash upon him one of your dogs." When Abu Talib, the Prophet's uncle and Utbah's uncle as well, heard what happened, he called his nephew and said, "What benefit did you gain from such a prayer against you, my nephew? What forced you to anger Muhammad so that he would pray against you like that?" The amazing thing is that all of Quraysh knew that the Prophet's prayers were immediately answered. When Utbah heard these words from his uncle Abu Talib, fear crept into his heart, and he became more terrified. He rushed to his father, Abu Lahab, to tell him what had happened. Even Abu Lahab, despite his deep hatred of the Prophet, knew that the Prophet's prayers always came true. So he too became frightened, and fearing for his son, Utbah, he locked him in the house and prevented him from going out to the people for some time. Eventually the time came for a trade journey to Syria, and Utbah had to travel with his father, so they both went out together. Throughout the journey, Abu Lahab kept his eyes on his son, full of fear because of the Prophet's prayer. The caravan continued on its way until they arrived at a valley near Syria, where they decided to rest for one night before continuing. A local man living nearby came to them and said, "Be careful, the place you're staying in is full of wild beasts and predators." When Utbah and Abu Lahab heard this, terror filled their hearts once again. Abu Lahab was now convinced that the Prophet's prayer was about to be fulfilled. He shouted in a loud, fearful voice, "Help me, O people of Quraysh! Tonight I fear for my son Utbah because of Muhammad's prayer." So everyone in the caravan from Quraysh gathered around Utbah, forming a circle of camels and men around him to protect him from any wild animal that might approach. Seeing this, Abu Lahab and Utbah felt reassured, as all of Quraysh stood guard around them. Everyone went to sleep that night, confident they had taken every precaution to protect Utbah. But when deep sleep overtook all the men, the will of Allah came to pass. A lion came into the camp, sniffing the heads of the men one by one until it reached Utbah. It suddenly pounced, clawed at Utbah's head and killed him on the spot. Abu Lahab woke up in terror to this horrifying and tragic scene, screaming loudly as he hugged his dead son, crying, "Did I not tell you I feared for him because of Muhammad's prayer?" He screamed again, "Muhammad killed him while in Mecca and we are in Syria. I know with certainty that no one can escape the prayer of my nephew Muhammad." And such was the fate of anyone who wronged or insulted the Prophet Muhammad. Write in the comments, "O Allah, send your peace, blessings and mercy upon our beloved Prophet Muhammad."